Yesterday, I talked about the fact that Anheuser-Busch is going to run into a problem around the fall. Because if their brands don't pick back up, they're going to lose permanent shelf space at a lot of convenience stores, restaurants, well, probably restaurants too, but stores and gas stations, big box grocery stores. All of those places are going to reduce the amount of stock that they carry, which, of course, is disastrous for Anheuser-Busch because that means there's less room for their products in stores, permanently decreasing the amount of stuff that they'll probably make, and it affects the entire business. And I think that that's for sure going to happen because things really have not changed for them over the past couple of weeks, and everybody now is getting on the page that this is going to last for a while, probably the whole year. Probably the whole year. At least the whole summer, at the minimum. And the summer is when they make the most amount of money. This is their Christmas. I'm sure you've heard that story before. Retailers depend on Christmas. Christmas is where they make their biggest money. The most amount of money that they make all year is at Christmas. Well, Anheuser-Busch, the most amount of money they make all year is in the summer. So they need to try to figure something out or just keep putting their head in the sand. Maybe they'll just keep doing that. But breaking news, they've been obliterated again in their latest sales data report. So they just keep going down and down. Not drastic like before. It's like a point or two, but it's consistently going down every week. I just wonder how low it will end up by the end of the summer. That's the question I have. So let's take a look at this report here. Budlight sales continue to get crushed, and the latest data is damning. The once popular beer brand under Anheuser-Busch's umbrella has been getting destroyed ever since it went woke and teamed up with Dylan. AB's stock price has significantly declined over the past 2 months. Bud Light cases sit in stores gathering dust, and there doesn't seem to be any end in sight. Now more sales data is pouring in, and it's absolutely brutal. Why do they keep using the same picture in everything? This picture of this fence, and then they've got a Bud Light box with a no consumption thing around it. What is there nothing else they can use? Is there nothing else they can use? So, and that is true. They are sitting around, and a lot of places are so worried they're going to sit around till they expire. So Anheuser-Busch has promised to buy back expired products. So if something expires, they will buy it back from the shop. Not much of a, something that'll make someone feel better because of the fact, how long this stuff sits in a can? So what's the shelf life on a can? Let me look. I got a Mountain Dew right here with me. It says September 4th, 23. So I don't know what the shelf life is on these things, but maybe it's not that long. I always thought they would last a little bit longer because they're sealed up in cans pretty good, but I guess not. That's going to be funny if they have to buy a lot of their stock back. Oh man. I wonder, so is that short? I always thought they would last a year. I literally really did just look at I've got a Mountain Dew Zero Sugar right here that I'm drinking as I record this video. Well, not as I'm recording it, but in between takes. And I would have thought this stuff lasts for a year. That's crazy. So I wonder. I don't have any beer here, so I can't look. Especially Bud Light cans. God, no. I wouldn't drink in that shit before all this went down. So maybe somebody can answer in the comments for me. What's the typical shelf space for a beer like Bud Light? How long do they last without being opened? Someone can tell me. I'm really curious about that because if this shit is sitting around dusty and it's going to go bad by September, that's not good. That's not good. I hope they have to buy back all kinds of shit. That'd be so hilarious. Bud Light sales are down 23.9% on the dollar basis for the week ending May 27th compared to last year, according to Nielsen IQ data that Bump Williams Consulting gave Fox Business. It's just the latest sign the beer brand continues to be obliterated ever since it decided to team up with Old Dylan. Anheuser-Busch remains in big trouble. Anheuser-Busch's stock price before the market opened Wednesday was $54.93. That's a 17.68% decline from the 66.73 price the company's stock had prior to Mulvaney's March Madness promo at the start of April. It's not just bad for AB, it's brutal beyond words. Bud Light getting crushed might be the greatest example of ever going woke and going broke. People just want to drink beer and relax. They don't want woke politics shoved down their throat. Unfortunately, BL chose to ignore and mock its customers. Now the beer is viewed as a joke. It's absolutely true. That's true. So I don't know. They keep going down. I'm going to be honest. I didn't expect this to last as long as it has. But like every day when I go to start to make videos and see what's going on in the world, there's always something going on with Bud Light. It's pretty crazy. There's always something to talk about with this disaster. It's wild. And it's because of stuff like that that I think that this has kept going like it has and will keep going. Because there's never a shortage of Bud Light topics. And they kind of put that on themselves. Like that Ken Griffey Jr. ad that came out yesterday. Or at least it's fairly new. I found it yesterday. Like that thing coming out and being destroyed by people in the comments. Like, I mean, there's always something going on with this disaster. And that's kind of bad for Anheuser-Busch. Because people can talk about this all the time. There's always something going on. There's people always putting videos up of the shit unsold, or there's a new sales report that comes out weekly, by the way. Weekly, we can talk about the sales on this thing, which is bad because it shows week after week after week that this is an effective boycott, and it empowers the people that are boycotting it, and they tell more people about it, and more people tell more people, and more people tell more people, and it keeps spreading that, hey, we have a lot of power here. We're bringing this big company to their knees, and it empowers people to keep boycotting them. It's a fascinating subject to watch. This has been one of the most interesting things I think I've covered since I started my channel, because, I mean, this is showing, people are tired of this shit, and they're finally taking their wallets and putting them back in their pocket, which they should have been doing since the start of all this. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.